following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Atlanta, Georgia, where Freddie Falcons soars from the rafters inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tonight, we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys looking for a second straight victory after coming out on top a week ago. On the other side, Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
A play fake. Now Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set. 60 by 6, 60 by 6.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta.
19 Tiger.
Robinson up the middle. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Come on, set. Hiking 18. Let's go.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. The try here for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
7.
5 plays there on that drive. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together. Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Young takes it on the sneak. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the right hash. This from 45 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
That QB sneak never works on me.
On their opening drives, now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Falcons offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Algier going straight ahead. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. That is caught. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Flowers. A gain of 10 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
Looking left sideline, it's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Algier now up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense.
So they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Now Penix.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night?
Here's a diving catch right side. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Algier, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Penix. Over the middle, it's complete. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Cougar 19. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Looking to throw, Penix. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. And he's got it. Touchdown. Drake London, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Coup for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready?
They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And give up the middle, Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. 3rd down, Young from the gun. That one complete to Leggett. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And it will be Falcon football. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And as we move deeper into the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a weekly basis. As you see here, he's the NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On the give, it's Algier. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. To the air, Penix. They'll get this to Flowers, left side. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll throw with Penix. He's got his man, London, right side. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up
3rd and 4.
Let's go. Hey. 60 vice. Hey, check that. Street.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he stopped immediately there.
Elijah Cansey in on the stop.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Young. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Calling a gain of a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it, they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And taken at the 46. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And looking to throw, Penix. London making the snag on the comeback route. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And a nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60. Cougar 19. Kill. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
But you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings. But at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
They'll drop the throw.
They'll set up the screen. It's McLaughlin.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Penix to the air once more.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18, 79, Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Set. 18 Cardinal, hurt.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Now Pennick's going to hold on to it.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down.
Let's go now. Count 19 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Let go. Let go. Let go.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. They were going for it on 4th and inches, now 4th and 5.
Yeah, everything had built to a crescendo, hadn't it? 4th and inches. I mean, we were coming out of our chairs up here. Now on 4th and 5, you got to think about whether you want to go for it or not.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Panthers take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. (17-3) the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Young will set to throw. And this one is incomplete. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Young. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Young to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you've got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Let's go.
Penix working out of the gun here. Looking for London on the out route complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Ready? 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Falcons first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A play fake. Now Penix. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Coup now for the point after. And the lead now at 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Young now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Liking 18.
Robinson toss play left side.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now Penix.
That is caught inside the 5.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run here with Algier.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
2nd and 6. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Zay Flowers, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Set, ready.
Here is Young. Got a man. That's Leggett. Third and 2. Throwing. Young. And it is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8.
Young to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's got it to about the 40.
And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Looking to throw, Penix.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff to Algier. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Ready, ready. Set. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Hop, go.
They'll go play action here with Penix. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo.
They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Ready.
On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on
this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now here's Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Set, ready.
Young quickly to the flat. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Ready. 52 full.
He'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now Young. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The challenge flag is out. Todd Bowles not pleased with the ruling on the field, and he's going to ask the officials to take another look. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Slot man moves right. It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Panthers 13.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The home team's offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here we go.
And looking to throw, Penix.
This short throw caught by Geiler. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's Dorian Williams who got there for the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
To the air, Penix.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Looking to put a drive together. Looking to throw, Young.
Got a man, that's Ligon.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 20.
From the shotgun, it's Young.
To the left side, he's got McMillan. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At their 48.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Now Young.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
To the air once more, Young.
That one complete to Ligon.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Young will set to throw.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this pass broke it up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here we go. Cut, cut. 52.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down.
Ready?
Young to throw it. To the sideline and incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw, Young. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Young. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Atlanta, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. Now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem the